Nobody, no matter who and where, will be allowed to get away with the breach of the law or the perpetration of corruption and evil.
Promises.
We must set up institutions, strengthen them to prevent people from even touching the money. And that's what we are working on, and we are succeeding.
Promises.
The country now expects the judiciary to act with dispatch in all cases, especially on corruption.
More promises.
Financial crimes.
A major straw that broke the PDP's 16-year rule in Nigeria was pervasive corruption. And during his campaign, former President Muhammadu Buhari vowed to end corruption. 8 years after, it's largely been a tale of mixed bag.
This government's achievement in the area of the fight against corruption is highly unprecedented in the history of this country.
Some efforts have been made, some modest efforts have been made, but we have not. Those efforts are not commensurate with the kind of expectations that Nigeria had.
There really has been no fight against corruption. It's been all song and dance. It's been more of motion without action.
The graft cases, especially over alleged misappropriation of funds by former governors and other public officers, are either ongoing or stalled. But despite constant media attention given to such arrests by anti-graft agencies, especially the EFCC, convictions have been rare, begging the question, why?
Political will by the leadership is largely responsible. Sometimes you get cases up to a certain level and they intervene that they want to apply political solution. What nonsense. Eh? If you know you are not interested in prosecuting a particular case in the first instance, why deploy resources?
The agencies are overwhelmed. If you look at the number of cases that they have in proportion to the number of lawyers available, you will know that they're overwhelmed.
So they are not as well resourced as we believe they are. So I think that's something that the government will have to work on. 2 will also be the burden, the evidence, the burden of proving some of this. The burden of proof, I think it's extremely high.
All the known politically exposed cases that you are aware of that are in court.
But for the EFCC, it's been a story of success. For instance, the Commission says it secured a total of 8,957 convictions from January 2016 to December 2022. In fact, in 2021, suspended EFCC Chairman Abdulrashid Bawa and the Commission secured 2,220 convictions, which is 75.2% of the previous 5 years' records. But on the flip side, only 2 high-profile public office holders were in the list of convictions. Meanwhile, HEDA, a body that publishes a compendium of 100 high-profile corruption cases in Nigeria, says fraud allegedly committed by public officers in the last 15 years amounts to 21.63 trillion naira, which is almost equal to Nigeria's 2023 budget.
Especially the governors will continue claiming they are short on resources, but we've consistently faced the federal government avoiding the atrocities that are happening within the states. And the more we're able to bring these to the fore, the better we start putting the governors under the necessary, spotlight.
But there is a word of caution from the president, and whoever becomes the next Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice.
He must be a person of proven integrity, proven knowledge of the law, local and international. Somebody who has an in-depth knowledge of jurisprudence, of the workings of the law, who can properly guide.
The office of the Attorney General is really central to criminal justice. And it's not every kind of person that should occupy that office. And I think as much as possible, that office should be insulated from political interference.
The Office of the Attorney General that was meant to coordinate most of these activities and even supervise the anti-corruption agencies woefully failed in providing those leadership. And not only that, was also immersed in corruption activities and at the same time even frustrating some of the anti-corruption cases.
I am in severe pain. I can't touch this neck anymore. Please hold it, I beg you. Maybe by the time...
It is also worthy of mention that some politicians have either willingly or unwillingly introduced some elements of drama when faced with prosecution and the come in different scripts. In recent times, Nigeria has experienced a consecutive drop in Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index ranking. In fact, the country scored 26 points in 2019. 25 in the 2020 assessment and 24 points in 2021 and 2022. But the expectation of many Nigerians at this time is that with a new government in place, there should be a renewed vigor to perhaps tackle corruption, beginning with these high-profile pending corruption cases in the country. From our Channels TV headquarters here in Lagos, I am Kelly Egiga.